Police Academy. I want to welcome all of you to
Citizens on Patrol.
Citizens on Patrol.
The Police Academy has offered to train you citizens
You just don't think I'm fast enough anymore, do you?
to better protect yourselves.
Do we get to pack heat?
Attention all cars, attention all cars.
Mahoney.
Gee, I love saying that.
Jones. Hightower. Sweet Chuck. Zed. And Tackleberry.
Please!
Good idea.
From now on, by land,
You have the right to remain silent.
Who's gonna save me?
by sea, or by air, there's no escaping justice.
Gentlemen, may I see your license and registration, please?
See it in your neighborhood while you still have one.
All right. Police Academy 4. Slaves on... Slaves on Patrol. All right. Yeah, so like movies, like I was saying before, movies... All right, number one is that like they're using words, changing definitions of words, fooling us through wordplay, and getting us to accept a jurisdiction that we're not really naturally in reality. In reality, we're not really in their jurisdiction, you know, but because of wordplay and their different society, their legalese society, it's their own fault as well for not educating themselves. But at the same time, though, it isn't that easy either, because we just want to be left alone, and most people just want to be left alone and don't really want to bother anyone too much and just day-to-day stuff, so. But anyway, so kind of like, I don't understand all the jargon to do with all of it. I'm not going to lie and say like, oh, I know exactly what's going on and I can put it into words. If you want that, go over to the word wizard, because that's a guy that really knows his stuff. All right, but it's still not going to stop me knowing the basic of what they're doing. So just say Police Academy 4, Police Academy 4, Slaves on Patrol, or Citizens on Patrol, same thing. They're using all that, and they're using it in movies to get everyone acquainted with their phraseology, their wordplay. All right, so, and they hide it in movies, and they hide it with comedy as well. They hide it with kind of like, Police Academy 4 is a bit of fun, it's kind of like has an innocence about it, and it's just goofing around and messing about, and like, but behind it, because they know how we work, behind it, we would never suspect something as pernicious as what they're doing. And what they're doing is they're robbing everyone of their natural right to be left alone and to know what's going on. Because like I said, the average man or woman doesn't really want to look into this stuff, simply because it's a headache to most people. They're just like, yeah, whatever, yeah. And I understand that as well, because it is a headache for certain people, because we're not all like Wizard, or we're not all like, Mr. Unslaved, so for us, people that haven't got that kind of like aptitude, or kind of like, basically we're just lazy, right? Right. So for those of us that are lazy, right? But anyway, so they're changing things around, and I have a few definitions here. I have it on my phone, so I'm just going to read a few things out. Citizen, a noun, a person who lives in a city or town. To a member of a state, a person who owes allegiance to a government and is protected by it. A person is a corporate entity. It's not a real flesh and blood man. So there's your cunning wordplay right there. Owes allegiance. I don't owe fucking no allegiance to any man or woman. Go fuck yourself. Why the hell would I owe allegiance to any man or woman? That's resigned for the creator, little man, little woman. Not for you. Okay, I know your fucking ego is bigger than the fucking, the universe, but, go fuck yourself. I don't care what costume you got on. You're a piece of shit. All right? Trash. Owes allegiance to a government, owes allegiance to a governing of the mind process, and is protected by it. Is protected by it as long as you're following the corporate code. If not, we'll drag you out of your car in front of your family and we'll put a boot on your fucking neck. All right? Just like George Orwell said. Real name Eric Blair. Right? So, yeah, so like I had a few things here that I don't really understand. Like, citizen is preferred for one owing allegiance to a state in which sovereign power is retained by the people and sharing in the political rights of those people. So how can you be a citizen and have sovereign power? The wordplay is ridiculous. The rights of a free citizen. Well, there is no such thing as another oxymoron. A free citizen. You can't be a fucking citizen and be free. You can only be free in your own heart and mind first. Period. Okay, and that means that you try and direct your attention, your antenna, your signal, and try and contact the signal that comes down to all of us like a Wi-Fi service. Like God's own or the Creator's own Wi-Fi service. Right, so, rights of a free citizen. Yeah, right, yeah, whatever. Subject. Subject implies allegiance to a personal sovereign known as a monarch. But even the words, I don't know everything, like I said. So even to say subject. Subject to what? I'm not subject to nothing, dude. What do you want about? I'm subject to... What do you want about? It's all mumbo jumbo. It's all legal jargon. Legal and lawful, two different worlds. Legal does not apply to men and women. Okay? Nothing legal applies to men and women. It's corporate code. Same as McDonald's or Ronald McDonald putting out corporate codes on his menu. Same fucking thing. Doesn't apply to us, to men and women. Does not apply to us. Nonsense. So anyway, like Police Academy 4, Slaves on Patrol. That's how they're doing it, guys. They're doing it through wordplay, they're doing it through our movies, through our books, everything to get us used to this, that, and the other, and getting used to our slavery. I was looking at I'm going to finish up now real quick because I can ramble on a good bit. I was looking at these kids, even that word kids, like goats. I was looking at these young men and women in school the other day. I was in the car park and I was looking through and there's fences there, and I was looking at it and I was thinking, there's no difference between that school and in prison. Do you want to know why? Because you can also learn in prison. Think about that. All right? And there's no difference. Like Anyway, look, I'm going to ramble on. So, Police Academy 4, Slaves on Patrol, bit of fun, but know what they're doing. That's what they're doing through their movies and their media. That's their radio station, by the way. We have our own radio station. This is my fucking radio station. Okay? This is my journal. This is my radio station. And I put out whatever I want to put out until the fine good people at YouTube, if I get more than 100 subscribers, might say, look, you're not with the program, boy. Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? What? This guy's gone crazy. So being called crazy by crazy people doesn't mean anything to me. All right? Adios.